It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Fast approaching the top of the hour, but let's take a moment to just stop, pause, and take on board that it's that time of the year. The very best in Mzansi's music scene are going to come together to celebrate our own in the South African Music Awards. And in case you missed any of the nominees being released, the SAMA 29 nominees were released yesterday morning, and we've got the latest on who is leading the list, or a couple of those nominations that jumped off the page for us.
Quite a few interesting highlights and things from the announcement. So the first thing was that the nominations for the much-anticipated awards took place at the Soweto Theatre in Jabulani yesterday, and in a surprise move from its usual home in Sun City, the awards will be staged for 2 nights in KZN at the Durban ICC. It was also announced that this will be the SAMA's home for the next 3 years, so that's quite exciting.
I love that. It's a fantastic venue.
It's a great musical venue. It means fill it up, baby. Fill up that stadium.
You can, exactly.
Yeah.
So some of the nominees, of course, leading the pack of the nominees is, of course, late rapper AKA, who scored nominations for Male Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Best Engineered Album, Best Collaboration, Best Produced Music Video, and Best Hip-Hop Album. My goodness.
Yeah, I think it's one of those years where in the hip-hop scene, you almost don't want to be nominated.
Yeah,
There was a huge emotional vacuum. And we felt it, I think, for me, this SAMAs is going to matter so much more to the other guys, those that have been left within that space, that have been fearful for their own lives for half of the last year because of everything that's been going on. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a new era in that space, man. Definitely. So absolutely love it. And of course, hot on the heels of their nominations, we've got fellow rappers KO, we've got Shava, Kabza the Small, and Maphorisa. Pretty powerful. There's Shava, look at you, big man.
Sincerely Anne, who is a newcomer, also impressed with 3 nominations for Newcomer of the Year, Female Artist of the Year, and Best Engineered Album for her album To Whom It May Concern. So what a entrance to the South African music industry.
Man, you can see those visuals on the screen right now. You can understand why.
It's the full package,
completely. Simply fantastic. Well done, man. Well done. It's going to be a SAMAs to remember, that's for sure. And of course, Ntokozo Mbambo's Lavish Worship is the only album by a woman competing in the Album of the Year category. And she is also up for Female Artist of the Year and the Best Contemporary Faith Album as well.
And this is the crazy thing, she probably outsells everybody when it comes to just record sales. I think we are so blessed to have the best of gospel in South Africa by a long stretch. We know a lot of these artists, and as much as none of them do it for the validation, what this is a marker within the industry that you've got it right. It's a marker from your peers that you are driving a trend within the industry, that you've been able to prove commercial value in a very small South African market, which takes so much. So as much as, yes, it's not about the awards, it is actually about the awards. When it comes to the SAMAs, it's a massive thing. This is about sales. This is about making a mark in a very competitive industry. And I suppose the best part, it's about getting respect from your peers. And I think that matters a lot to these artists.
And I mean, moving the venue to Durban, I think, is a smart move. Durban is, I mean, it's South Africa's playground. For people in Johannesburg, it's a quick 1-hour flight. For people in Durban, it's always just fun, I think, for anyone to congregate there and just have the best time.
Well, the music scene's been doing it there as well. The hip-hop scene in Durbs is crazy. Amapiano's crazy down there. They've earned the right to actually be the epicenter of music.
And make no mistake, it's going to be a show. It is going to be a spectacle of a show. It's going to be fantastic, and it's been the 29th SAMAs, guys.
Incredible stuff.
And it's just incredible to see our artists doing the most, and like you rightly said, we've seen a lot of them on the show here as well, and it's just incredible to see how these artists are owning that space in the South African music industry and just pushing those boundaries. So it's going to be awesome to see those being awarded and nominated and just performing on the stages at the Durban ICC.
And it's going to come so quickly. I mean, you can catch the SAMA 29s at at the Durban ICC on the weekend of the 17th and the 18th of November, and then the broadcast will be live on SABC 1, so you'll be able to see that.
All right, you've got some official duties to do. Go and do the news. We'll get prepped for our sporting headlines, a couple of major stories there, a bit of a shock as well, and of course we've got you set for the weather ahead.